Alright, here we go. 2-2. Game number 5. It's gonna be on Outsider. Oh yes, everybody's favorite map. At least viewers' favorite map. Possibly not the players, but it's a ZVZ, so it shouldn't make a huge difference. Although it could. You can't take back expansions in ZVZ and just make only Mutas and Scourge from them. It's possible. I saw a few games on Outlier last season of Pro League where people did that, and it's quite fun to watch. Anyway, this is a very interesting turn of events here. 2-2, super duper exciting. Hopefully this goes to game 7, but it is still too early to say. So first we must go on to game number 5. Alright, here we go. At the bottom right. Oh, you see? My prediction came true. I told you guys that in this game, Tupac would be eliminated as soon as the game started, right? I told you. So next game, he'll be eliminated in the lobby screen. I knew it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I am onto something, guys. I am onto something. Anyway, at the bottom right is the purple Zerg. We'll have Sziky and his opponents. At the left side is the blue Zerg. TechnicS BG. I wonder if we can predict the end of the world based on like how early Tupac gets kicked from games. You know, it's like that whole Mayan calendar thing. It's like when the Mayan calendar runs out, the world ends. It's like when Tupac has to get kicked out of the game so early that it's no longer possible, then the world ends or something. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, Overlord. And Overlord, no 9-pull versus 12-patch shenanigans this game. But we do have the scouting advantage for Sziky. His Overlord is going in the correct direction. And he's going for gas first. He's going for an overgas against an overpool. Oh, interesting. Alright, I'm gonna need a Zerg player to tell me which build order is good here. I don't actually know how overgas works against overpool, to be honest. And there's a spawning pool of Sziky. So Sziky is going to have a little bit more gas than his opponent. It looks like it's not going to be a significant advantage though, because of course TechnicS did go overpool and then gas. So he may get something like 100 gas max advantage. Maybe a little more actually. So if TechnicS starts mining now, it is almost 100 gas advantage. It is in fact exactly 100 gas ahead of where TechnicS is. And the pool is not late enough to make a difference. Like, he won't die to Lings, obviously. So that's going to be interesting. And obviously this means that he's probably going to be focusing on the layer level tech. Not going to try any kind of Ling all in, because that would just make no sense off of fast gas. So, there's the pool for him as well. Is he going to go layer first? Yes, indeed. As I said, just going straight for that Spire. Now, TechnicS going for the layer first as well. And we can see some Lings moving out here. Now, Sziky should probably know from that timing that it was an overpool. You know, the players at this level have such good game sense that they just know from those timings. And, well, as I said, the Lings of Sziky are going to be out in time to defend this. Now, this is interesting because this is going to be kind of a reverse situation from when he went... Oh, what is going on with these Lings? Man, TechnicS is going crazy with those Lings. Oh, Sziky should do the spinning Overlord trick. Oh, he's not going to do it. Anyway, oh. Man, he could have got in there. He didn't commit. But he actually, like, got halfway up and just went down again. Alright, he's not going to go for it. But yeah, I mean, so now that, basically, you know, the Lings haven't been able to do anything, and the Spire timing is roughly identical. Looks like Sziky getting tired of these Ling shenanigans, going to try and kill something. Doesn't look like it's really possible for either player. Good micro on both sides. Whoa! Oh, he's sneaking one out. Ooh, tricksy. But yeah, so Sziky essentially has now got 100 gas advantage, with basically everything else being equal between the two players. And it looks like they have a bit of an engagement here. I really don't think they're going to get much done here. There's, you know, the best you can hope for is a favorable exchange. Oh man, he's still going for it, but that's, I mean, you can see they're basically trading 1 for 1 here. And it looks like Sziky even is actually going to take the win. So TechnicS just throwing away all his lings over there, forcing himself to make a sunken. There's even one Zergling counterattack here. This is causing a huge faff here, causing 3 drones not to mine. Okay, he's not going to kill that. I was going to say, do not let him kill it. Now, this sunken should be in time for these lings. So, yeah, I don't think, oh, Zyky's gonna go for it again, though. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh, man, TechnicS gotta stack his drones, though. Oh, man, I don't know what TechnicS has against stacking drones. Man, TechnicS just, so far, losing, that must be the second or third time where he could have not lost any drones, and he just let them die. Really, really dubious there. Meanwhile, Sziky is actually taking an expansion as well. Meters are out for both players, but or actually not quite yet for Sziky, but they'll be out in time to defend his base. He might lose this Overlord. I don't think he will, though. There's only 2 mutas here, so they don't have actually a very high DPS. So yeah, Sziky immediately sending his 3 mutas over. It's going to be 3 on 3, but I think Sziky should be okay here at saving this Overlord. And it looks like, yeah, TechnicS is just going to back up. He doesn't want to have the same thing happen as last game where he overcommitted for 1 Overlord and lost all his mutas. Now this is slightly problematic though, because Sziky's expansion is going to finish fairly quickly, so you know he's going to have the extra hatchery, the extra larva, as well as the extra gas. And so in the beginning, since he doesn't really have a drone advantage, that'll probably just mean extra Scourge compared to TechnicS. But you know, eventually that will definitely really put the hurt on. Now TechnicS does have 400 minerals though, so he's actually going to expand now as well. But that is so much later. I mean, look at this. Sziky's expansion is just now finishing as TechnicS is just starting his one. And Sziky sees exactly what has just happened. So he knows the exact timing. He knows how far ahead his base is. So he knows he doesn't have to be that aggressive. He can actually be the one playing defensive this time, which is actually kind of contrary to what's been happening most of the game so far, where Sziky's been more aggressive than TechnicS has. And this time, though, with that faster hatchery, he can afford to be defensive. He can afford to be a little bit more passive, although I'm not sure if that's necessarily his style. He seems to really like going for the attack. But interestingly, look at the static defense situation here. Unlike the couple of the past games, Sziky is now the one with no sunken, whereas TechnicS has a sunken in his main. He doesn't have one at his natural, obviously, because it's not finished yet. But generally, the player with a static defense can afford to be a little bit more aggressive because they are not as vulnerable to these like 2 4-link backstabs type things. But once again, Sziky is the one going for the attack. Even though his expansion's faster, he doesn't need to attack, and he doesn't even have static defenses at home, he still feels comfortable, and it looks like he's going to be able to win them grounding the air engagement as well, or maybe not. No, it looks like TechnicS does have the muta advantage. He took a lot of Scourge hits, but these lings are doing a ton of damage to this hatchery, and it looks like TechnicS bringing in some more Scourge here, going to get more hits. He knows that with these low muta numbers, it is so hard for TechnicS to micro, and Sziky is going to take out the hatchery. He's going to take out the air, and it looks like Sziky will take the win here very quickly. GG from TechnicS, and Sziky goes up 3-2 in this series. Sziky, ladies and gentlemen, is 1 game away from victory, 1 game away from a back-to-back TLS win. TechnicS will now have to win the next 2 games in a row. He did a good job so far this series, taking 2 games off Sziky. Can he go all the way, though? Oh, man, it's going to be so hard. I'm really feeling worried for TechnicS, but I feel hopeful for a last game. We can have a last game, I believe. I have faith. Anyway, we're going to have at least 1 more here. So going to game number 6 after the break.